Godzilla!
Yeah.
Zilla, bitch.
Godzilla!
No, that's my thing.
Man, when they see us, when you guys got the call that you guys got this role, you guys go through everything you did to play these parts, and you see the finished product. How do you feel? What goes through your mind? What is inside of you after you saw this project?
Immense gratitude. I could never ask to be a part of something like this. Never thought that I would. But the fact that Ava trusted me, trusted us with telling such an important story, such a blessing, you know? It's goes way over the top of my head. I can't be any more gracious, you know?
Yeah, this is way bigger than us, bigger than our careers, bigger than, like, it's amazing to say we got to work with Ava, we got to work with Netflix, but for me, it's even larger than that. These men are real, these men are here. And so I shifted my I don't even feel like I was acting. I almost don't even, especially when I watched the show, like you said, I wasn't criticizing myself, I wasn't critiquing myself. I stepped out and I was watching Korey Wise, and I was watching these men and their story, you know?
Yeah, you guys all did masterful jobs.
Thank you.
I wanted to know about a time you guys were treated unfairly. Can you guys tell me about a time like when you were treated unfairly?
I mean, I was lucky enough to, you know, not be surrounded by that kind of thing, but I just feel like once I got this audition and I started reading up, the world started to open up to me, and I started to finally become aware of what was really going on and how we're really being treated. I mean, I knew vaguely about what was going on, but I never really knew how unjust the criminal justice system is, you know, and how twisted it can be, and how it can be manipulated and formed against black and brown boys. You know, it could have happened to anybody, really, and it was really just a random selection.
Yeah, there's so many. You said like a time, and there are just so many flash in my head that they start blending together. And I think that like that's the crime. Like therein lies the problem. It's specifically children of color, and adults of color everywhere. But children of color are holding a weight. They're not allowed to be kids, and I think that's something that's so important to me about this project. Like you have to look at the childhood that was robbed from them. You cannot look away.
Absolutely.
And I think that's the most important thing.
What you guys did was, again, after that first episode, I'm sitting here crying when I think you was like, yo, I lied on you, and I'm like, oh my God, I was just crying because you guys were like literally fighting for your lives, and it didn't feel like acting at all. So just kudos to you. I wanted to know, just saying that, about the voice and the cadence, because you mastered it. How long did you watch it? Because when I went back and watched the actual interview, I was like, wow, that's dead on, from the Pepsi can to everything.
Yeah. It took a very long time. I worked with a vocal coach who got me into all of the men have a Harlem dialect, and that's very specific. You know, Harlem is a very specific sound, but Korey specifically also has slower speech. He has some impediments towards his voice. So it definitely was a lot of working on Skype and FaceTime with the vocal coach, slowing my voice down, working my tongue, keeping my tongue on my lower palate, and kind of talking like this and kind of keeping it slow and things like that. But Korey, once you meet him, you almost feel like you can transform into him. He's so specific, he's so cool, and you kind of just want to be like him, you want to walk like him. So it definitely was a challenge, but once you fall into it, you stay in it, you know?
The new reality for a black man is that we can die at any moment. How do you guys walk through life realizing that that's a fact?
I live in LA, so driving is it's something that I'm very cautious about because I have a genuine fear of getting pulled over, because I know that an altercation that involves me, like I'm speeding or something, could lead to me losing my life. And something like that fear grips me every day throughout my movements, throughout whatever I do. And this experience especially has taken away how naive I was, because I was, you know, I'm fortunate enough to grow up not having to experience any, you know, situations, altercations with the police or anything. But this project's for sure just opened my eyes, and obviously events that have occurred in, you know, the recent years have shown me that I need to, as an African American man, I need to be careful. I need to be looking over my shoulder